The Mark 12 verse 30 said, "And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment." It is a commandment, note this. It is a commandment. When a commander gives you commandment, you don't carry it out, your mission will not be complete in life. If God give you, with this commandment God gave to you, if you don't carry it out as a human being, your mission can never be complete in life. It's a commandment from the highest commander of all existence. Now he said again, and the second is like, namely this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than this. Many of you have been sowing seed in churches, sowing seed in mosques, believing that God will bless you. It is true that God can bless you by sowing seed in His place of prayer. But with your personal heart, what seed are you sowing for your own self? Because in this life, if you don't love God with all your heart, you cannot sow the seed of your heart to God. You can never sow the seed of your soul or your mind or your strength to God. And if you don't sow these seeds to God, tell me what will happen. God cannot let your heart be enlarged to receive His riches. That's why you see some poor men will be like, anyhow it be, may it be. If I make them, I make them. Because they don't really love God with all their heart. So God does not enlarge their hearts to accumulate the riches that a sinner man can even have. And they claim to be, many of them claim to be righteous. They will be going to church, praying, claiming that God will bless them. But your heart is not holy with God. You are not putting it to God. So tell me how God wants to enlarge you. How will He enlarge your heart? It is better to be somebody that does not even try to follow God than to follow God and you are playing mago with God like God is a human being like you. You cannot play mago with God. Just follow Him or leave His ways. You can't serve two masters at a time. Many of us, if we don't follow God with our whole heart, He cannot enlarge it to find riches. You just see your heart just maintaining that small thing where you dey manage. You go all dey maintain and dey follow am like that, dey go till you give up. And if you don't love the Lord with all your soul will not be nourished with the good things of life. If you know wetin rich men dey enjoy, wey be say their soul dey feel with it, their soul feel happy to live in that big man. Many poor men, every time they dey vex, every time their body dey pepper them, their soul dey fight their flesh because their flesh is not even willing to give heed to the spirit. So their soul is not happy with their stress. And you go see say without God, your soul cannot be enlarged to mingle with the Spirit of God. So you have to give yourself, your wholeness of your soul, which with your flesh, everything, give it to God. Ask God to help you. Even the word of God said that if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask from God, and God will give the person. Because it is God that gives wisdom. Even the wisdom to get wealth, it is God. Because there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giving them understanding. If you don't receive the inspiration from God, you can never know how to get your wealth in this life. You can never understand how to invent or invest in anything. And you must know that giving your whole heart to God matters. Giving your whole soul to God, it matters. And your whole mind, giving your whole mind also matters. Because the word of God said that without your mind, I will do nothing. If you don't give your mind to God, your mind is always in the work, in that small carpenter work where you do. Your mind is always in that small vulcanizer work. Your mind is always in going to shop, going to mechanic. You just want to stress. You don't even want to put your mind at rest in God and say, Lord, take over my heart. Fill my heart with your blessings. Fill my heart with your spirit. Fill my heart with your work. Fill my heart with your inspirations. Because in your heart, in your mind, that is where the Spirit of God lives. And that is where God will put inspiration. There's a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding. Without this inspiration of God, you cannot receive anything in that spirit. And that spirit is in your mind. That's why you can see that Elon Musk can do a lot of great things.